I'm filming this outside, which is probably a bad idea because you'll keep hearing the motorbikes going past, but I thought as we're on holiday and it's such a beautiful day, it would be rude not to. And I hope it's not too windy, because it is quite windy here, but I have got the muffler on the microphone, so hopefully that will be all right. Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with a Q&A for you. So today's Q&A is going to be a travel and holiday Q&A. I asked on my Instagram for some questions and they've come in, so I'm just going to answer all of those. So I'm just going to get straight into it and answer them all. If there's anything that I've missed, do feel free to drop me a comment with your question. And if there's enough questions in the comments on this video, then I'll do another one of these for you as well. Before we get going, if you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe. I'm posting new videos every single week, and if you enjoy this Q&A, do give it a little thumbs up. Okay, so the first question is, what is the favourite place you've travelled to so far and place you want to travel to next? I'd say I've probably got 3 favourite places that I've been to so far, and those are Barbados. I loved that just for a relaxing, enjoyable holiday. It was absolutely brilliant. I spent a day on a boat, went swimming in the sea with turtles. It was incredible. Next place is Japan, where I went traveling for 3 weeks, and I traveled all over Japan using their amazing train system, and the countryside there was beautiful and the cities were so interesting, so I highly recommend that. And the third place is New York. I absolutely love it there. As for where I want to travel to next, I haven't actually got anywhere particular in mind. I always just like to see what comes along, so anyone got any recommendations though, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Next question is, how far in advance do you pack? Well, if you do follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I am a very late packer. I tried to be organised for this trip, and I did pull out a few outfits probably about a week in advance, things that I knew I wanted to shoot and things that I thought would be good for the holiday, so I sort of put those to one side. But as for the actual packing, it normally happens last minute with me, but I've got quite good at it because I pack suitcases quite regularly. In fact, generally don't unpack the suitcases, they're kind of in constant rotation, so yeah, definitely a bit of a last minute packer. Do you have any holiday romances to share? No, I don't. Are you traveling solo? I love to travel myself. Oh, I love to travel by myself, so relaxing. So on this holiday, I'm with my partner. Often I'll travel for work, which will involve some travel by myself. So maybe I'll go out to a country and meet with the film crew there, or a local fixer and that kind of thing. But often I'll be traveling with the crew. And I've started to do a little bit of travel work on here. So you may have seen my recent Amsterdam vlog that I did, and that was traveling by myself. I really enjoy traveling by myself as well. It gives you the freedom and the flexibility to do exactly what you want to, or even if you are traveling with other people, I recommend that it's always good to kind of go off by yourself every once in a while and spend some time exploring on your own, because I think you can kind of get a bit more done when you're on your own schedule, can't you? Okay, next question is, where's somewhere that you would love to explore and visit, and why? As I said before, I've not really got anywhere specific in mind that I really want to go to. I would love to go to New Zealand actually, because I've never been there. I've been to Australia. It'd be great to see New Zealand, so I've heard that that's really a beautiful country. I've never been to anywhere in America other than New York, so maybe that would be quite cool to explore there a little bit more as well. But yeah, I'm always keen to hear your recommendations, so let me know. How do you handle language barriers? And this question's come up a couple of times. To be honest with you, most of the countries that I've travelled to, I haven't really had any issue. Most places people will speak English, I've found. So usually, you know, if you're staying in a hotel or if you're going anywhere where there's an information point, the people there are likely to speak English, so you shouldn't have any problems. And obviously now with modern day technology, getting around is a lot easier. And if I do ever have any problems in terms of translations, often in more remote areas I've found, so if I've been somewhere like slightly more rural France or somewhere like that where English may not be spoken and I'm not so great with my languages, but I do make a little bit of an effort when I go to a new country, what I'll do is I'll just type in what I want to say into good old Google Translate, and that can help you out. So yeah, never really a huge problem. I wouldn't certainly let that put you off if that's something you're concerned about. The next question is, where are you staying? Looks lovely. So I'm staying in Lanzarote in the main town here, and I'm going to do a separate vlog on where I'm staying, so I'll link that for you so you can have a look at the hotel and a little bit about this area as well. Favourite thing you ever bought on holidays? Is there any place you would never visit again? Oh, so 2 questions there. So the favourite thing I've bought on holiday, I've got a box that you may see kind of, it's in my YouTube corner, and it's kind of decorative that I picked up when I went to Egypt. I went on a holiday to Sharm el Sheikh, and then I went to some of the souvenir shops. Well, I was kind of dragged into one on a tour, as can happen when you're on those sort of tours on holiday. So I've got a decorative box from there, and I've also got a Moroccan rug as well that I got from my trip to Marrakesh. Again, it wasn't really something I wanted to buy, I was kind of forced into it, but it tells a story, and yeah, I do really like it now that I've got it home, so I love both of those. And is there any place that you would never visit again? I don't think I've been to, actually, Sharm el Sheikh, well, the hotel that I stayed in there, I would definitely not go back to that hotel. That was a 5-star hotel. Yeah, I don't think I would have given it 1 star, to be honest with you, and I got very poorly after that trip. But it was a fun holiday, it has to be said. There was a lot of good times on that holiday, but I certainly wouldn't be returning to that particular hotel. I don't think it probably even exists anymore, to be honest with you. The cheapest way to book a flight and hotel, or either one of them, and also easiest one. In terms of booking the cheapest flight, I would say sign up to all of the airlines emails. You could get a separate email account to do this, and you'll get notified when they've got a good deal on. And also use flight comparison websites like Skyscanner and Kayak are quite good. Those will help you get the cheapest flights, and I think there's ways to do it where you can either book really far in advance, or maybe you'll be able to get a last minute deal as part of a package. So maybe like a flight plus hotel deal will be better if you're going last minute, because they're going to try and sell off those packages. But yeah, if you can plan in advance, I'd say try and book as early as possible. And the cheapest way to get a hotel, well, I would definitely consider staying in hostels, also Airbnb, and just shop around and don't always go by the star rating. I've stayed in some brilliant 2-star, 3-star hotels that have been absolutely perfect for what I've wanted, so you don't need to always go for like the high-end luxury. If you're on a city break and you're not going to be using the hotel much, then there's no point spending too much money on it. Who are you away with? I'm away with my partner. What are your must-haves for lounging poolside? So I've actually got my bag down here with me. So in there I've got a hat, I've got sun protection factor 50, and several different kinds of sun protection actually. I've got one for the face, I've got one for the body, I've got a spray on one, and then I've got like a lighter sunscreen as well, but most of them are factor 50 because I do like to use high sun protection. I've also got headphones. I've got wireless headphones that are quite handy because you can walk off and walk around the pool and you don't have to be bringing your phone with you, so I use the Bluetooth for that, and also really enjoy listening to audiobooks. I've got an actual book with me, so I've got a paperback novel on the go. I've got my water bottle, and I've got a towel. I've also got some poolside snacks. What are your favourite poolside snacks? I love Prince biscuits, I love crisps like Pringles, and I like the kinds of Pringles that you can buy abroad, but I've forgotten what they're called. They do really nice paprika flavoured ones, and I do like a lemon Fanta to drink as well. And I've got some sandals. I've got those, the floors here get really hot, so definitely bring flip-flops or sandals with you if you're coming to Lanzarote, because you will actually burn your feet, as I realised walking on some fake grass earlier, and I thought my feet were going to melt off. So yeah, you definitely need to bring some of those. What else have I got in this bag? Oh, and sunglasses as well. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Sometimes if I'm feeling really luxurious, I might bring my pillow up from the hotel room and use that on the sun lounger as well. Have you tried packing a capsule wardrobe? I'll never go back. This is something that I have been kind of looking at doing and experimenting with, but I haven't quite got it down to a capsule wardrobe. But what I did do for this trip is pack with outfits rather than just throwing in 5 shirts, 5 trousers, 5 shorts, that kind of thing. I actually put together outfits, and I think that did kind of reduce the amount that I packed, because I thought those shorts and those trousers, that top, that's like 2 outfits there, so you can kind of see how they're going to all go together, and then you end up hopefully wearing everything. I find it incredibly satisfying if I go away and I wear everything that I've packed, and I think I've nearly done that on this trip, but I have been getting changed about 2 or 3 times a day, but there we go. Hello? Do you travel alone or with a partner? So I've kind of answered that one already. It's kind of a combination of the two, and depending on whether it's for work, yeah, that kind of varies. And I'll go on holiday with friends as well. What plane ticket website do you use to book tickets? So I've kind of covered this one a bit already as well, but I do highly recommend Kayak, and I also recommend Skyscanner as both really good websites to be able to compare prices on. Have you been to Lanzarote before, and what do you think of it? I've never been here before, and so far I am absolutely loving it here. I can't explain how relaxed I feel here. It's a very chilled place. It wasn't what I expected at all. I've come here during the school holidays and I was expecting it to be really busy with lots of kind of families, and I don't know whether it's particularly where I'm staying, but I haven't seen many Brits, haven't seen loads of people that seem like tourists. A lot of the people here on the beach seem like locals to me. And yeah, it just seems really chilled and relaxed, and nowhere's too busy. Everyone's really friendly here, and the weather's incredible. The weather has just been like solid sunshine every day. Yeah, beautiful beach just over there, but I'll be doing the full tour for you as well. So you can have a watch of that video if you want to see a bit more about where I'm staying. And also I've done a separate vlog where I've been out and about on my travels here, because the culture is incredible as well. Went to a very cool house that I think you're going to love. What is the best and cheapest way to explore Europe? Ovs. So, in terms of exploring Europe, one thing that I used to do with my friends, which was so much fun, is just to go on the budget airline websites like Ryanair or EasyJet and pick the cheapest flight. So you just find a date that you can all do, and then you go for, like, back then it was like the 99p deals, but I think they still have flight sales where you might get a flight for maybe £20 or something like that. And you just book the cheapest, you don't worry about suitcases, you just go with the small cabin bag and off you go. And then once you've booked your flight, you just look up like a hostel or an Airbnb, find the cheapest place to stay, and you can have an absolute blast doing it that way. Because you're doing it kind of on the cheap, you've got no expectations, so you're just going to have loads of fun. And I have recommended hostels before, and there's a recent vlog I did in Amsterdam with a hostel company as well, if you want to have a look at that. And yeah, always be very flexible with your accommodation and don't spend too much on that. Another way that you can explore Europe if you are on a tight budget and time isn't too much of a restriction to you is to check out the coaches. There are coaches that leave from London Victoria that can take you all over Europe, and they can be very, very cheap. You're not going to have to worry about going to the airport, so you're taking that part of the cost out as well. Obviously, to and from the airport can be costly depending on which country you're traveling to and from. And then you've got direct service straight to your destination. I think it does include luggage as well. So obviously it's going to take a little bit longer and you're going to be sat down on a coach for a little while. But again, if you are on a budget, that could be a really fun and interesting way of exploring Europe. So those are all the questions for now. But as I say, if you have any more, do leave them in the comments down below. And if there's enough in the comments, I'll do another one of these videos to answer those for you. So I hope you found this interesting. Let me know as well if you've got any travel tips and tricks, and what your favorite holiday destination is in the comments down below as well. But I'm going to go off now and have a little dip in the pool, I think. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you did. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe for new videos every single week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey. Sorry, there was a man having a look at the view and I didn't want to carry on. When they do really nice paprika flavoured ones. They do really nice paprika flavoured ones.